Hello! In this video I want to show you how I am applying an artificial intelligence to this level, Tic Tac Toe. I want to tell you that this is the second time that I am recording this video. I have already recorded the video and I saw that the file is corrupted, so I am really sad about it, but okay, it's fine. I have deleted everything and I am starting again. But okay, let's start again. The idea of this video is to apply the AI to this game that right now is using a really stupid dumb function that basically it put the ticks in a row in this sequence, as you can see. The idea of this video is not to show how AI works or how AI are created. For this reason, I want you to advise Jabril and 3 Blue 1 Brown channel, and also if you want to go behind the math and understand how to create even from the scratch an artificial intelligence, you can check the Coding Train channel. All these 3 channels have a really good explanation of artificial intelligence, and if you don't know what artificial intelligence, with this video you will not understand what it is, and I am really advised to check this. But let's move on. The idea is that my level, my node level, has this GD script that has all the game logic, and also this node has these 3 signal: game started, game finished, game advanced, and I will use this signal to create my artificial intelligence node. The first thing that I want to do is to delete my dumb brain that basically use this function that put a tick where there is a spot free. So the first thing is to disconnect my signal to the brain, delete this node. Okay, now I want to add a node. I want to add the brain area node. It is this one, and also I want to tell you that the brain area node is a node that I have implemented in Godot, but you can't find it in the current Godot repository because it's my implementation, and you can find it on my GitHub account. So what I want to do is that the first thing I want to explain the idea, the structure idea that I want to use for this work. As you can see, the Tic Tac Toe board looks like this one and has 9 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So as inputs I want 9 neurons, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 neurons, and also I want that my artificial intelligence tell me which is the best spot, the best place where I can put the tick in the next move. So I want again 9 neurons for the output: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the output layer, and this is the input layer, and also in the between I want to hidden layers. In these hidden layers I want 18 neurons in the first hidden layers, and again I want 18 neurons in the second hidden layers. Why I am choosing this structure with 9 inputs 18 neurons in the first hidden layers, 18 neurons in the second hidden layers, and again 9 neurons in the output layers, is why I'm feeling that this structure is enough to tell me which is the best move, the best next move to do. And so there is a math rule that tell me what is the best structure, but I have to test time by time what is a good structure. Also, I want to talk about the inputs of my artificial intelligence that are -1, 0, and 1. But why I am feeding these neurons with 1 or with 0 or with 1? So as you know, the Tic Tac Toe game has 3 states per spot. So let's consider this spot. In this spot we have the state when the player puts a tick that is marked with X, when is completely free, and when the AI puts a circle or this sign, I don't know. So I have 3 states, and my state of player. So when I have an X, I am telling to the AI that is an X when I am feeding -1. When the spot is free, so here, when the spot is free, I am telling the AI that this spot is free, putting a 0, so here. And when in this spot there is an AI mark, I am telling the AI that with 1 that there is this sign. Oh, I changed the color for this reason, sorry. So this is the inputs of my AI. But let's start. So how can I tell Godot to create this structure with 9 inputs, 9 outputs, 2 hidden layers with 18 neurons per each hidden layers? I can do so. So selecting the brain area node, I can go to the input layer sides and I can just tell it 9. So right now my artificial intelligence know that it has 9 neurons in the input layer. Now I can put a 9 here, and I am telling that my artificial intelligence should have 9 outputs as input output layer in the output layer. And now putting a 2 here, I'm telling to the artificial intelligence that I have 2 hidden layers. Now, as you can see, are showed these 2 sections where there is the sides. And as I told you before, I want an 18 here. So the sides of my hidden layer is 18, as I told you before. And in the second hidden layer, the sides is again 18. So here we go. The structure of the artificial intelligence is done. Also, as you can see, the activation is sigmoid. I have implemented only the sigmoid activation function, so you can just select it. That is the most easy and also the most performant, the most easy to compute. And let's go. Now I want to apply a script in the brain area. In this node, basically in this script, I want to use this script to feed my artificial intelligence with all the information, and also take the information, the next move that I have to do from the brain. But let's start so you can understand what I mean exactly. The first thing that we have to do is to go to the level and take the game advance signal and connect it in the brain area. um, here I have sorry, okay, I have just checked if I am recording because as I told you before, this is the second time that I am recording it, and my idea initially was to record it as first time, so to give you the best how I am approaching uh, this situation, how I am approach the problem solving. So, but for an unfortunate thing, the file get corrupted, so I'm recording it again. But okay, so what I want to do here is to take the level and create the input that I have to feed inside the neural network. So the first thing is that is create a function called current board state, current board state, with an array of zeros, of 9 zeros. Let me count it. 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Now the current board state, I have 0 inputs, and I can call the function guess feeding these inputs. Current, oh, what I've written, current board state. Perfect. And taking the output, that I can call it like not guess, but okay, just output. And yes, okay, output. One thing that I want to do is to show, is to print the current board state, and also to print this output, since the output of my guess is a synaptic terminals, that basically it tell me the numbers of terminals, that in this case is 9, always, because the output of my artificial intelligence are 9, and get value. So it's really simple. So what I want to do is to create a function that prints my synaptic, okay, print synaptic. Okay, and what I can do is to take my guess, I can call it, that is a synaptic terminal. Perfect. What I can do is to initialize a variable s as string, and iterate in range, oh, what I'm doing, range 9, because this is not good thing to do. So let me correct it. My guess terminal count. Okay, so I can, in this way I can print every kind of synaptic terminals, but in future I will put I will create a function inside the synaptic terminal, a print function inside the synaptic terminal, so I don't have to recreate this function anymore. But for now it's better if I'm doing it with you. So what I can do is to add here the string class, okay, guess dot get value in I. Oh, here I have to put a plus, here I have to put this, so s again equal to this one. Okay, this function is not perfect because I will have a spare comma, but it's fine. It's just to print things and things around. So okay, one thing that here I can do is to set what I'm printing, and for this reason I can set a message function. Sorry, oh, but why I am putting a return here? So I can print this message and the guess in order to have. Oh, here I can put my guess, so I can print. So I can print out my synaptic. Okay, perfect. Now, okay, the function now works. But what I want to do before to test it is to create the function ready, and in this function call the function prepare to learn. Basically, what this function does internally is to randomize all the weights inside the neural network, and I'm doing it because if the neural network in the initial state is really stupid, is dumb, and it doesn't know how to output a really correct number. So I want to explain, I want that my artificial intelligence learn how to output the correct move, the correct next move, and for doing so I have to prepare to learn. Simple. Okay, now I am ready to start the game. Click here and see that I am feeding this number. I am feeding this 00000, and the output is guessing this thing. So what this guess mean is that, oh, sorry, let me check if I'm recording. Okay, seems perfect. So what this guess mean is that the most high value is the next is the next move. So in this case, if giving a fast check, I can see that the highest value is 0.95. So the next move will be exactly here. But as you can see, I have put a tick here, so the AI can't put another tick here. And this is an error that I have to correct. To correct this error, I have to explain my dumb AI that the game rule doesn't allow to put a tick on the top of another tick. And but first, I have to tell the AI exactly the current board state, because the AI doesn't know that I have put a tick here. In fact, you can see that my current board state is full of zero. It's full of static zero. So I have to change the state of this current board state. Okay, let me do it. So for e in range 9. Okay, so for e in range 9, I have my level. Inside the level, I have this really useful board matrix that basically is initialized with mark void, and by time to time this board matrix will be updated with the player mark that are tick for player and tac for, or tech, depends how you pronounce it, for the AI. So what I can do is to go to my brain area script, take the level dot board matrix, and when in I, so if level board matrix in I is equal to my level dot mark, oh yes, with couple tick. Okay, so if my level board matrix in I is equal to level mark tick, that is the player, my current birth state in I is equal to -1. So do you remember that I told you when there is the player tick, the neural network know that there is a tick here with -1. So elif my level dot bird matrix in I is equal to level dot mark tac or tech, sorry, my current birth state in I is equal to, oh my god, it's equal to 1. Otherwise it will leave at 0. I think that it's good, and we can try again to see if the output is correct now. Okay, good. An error. Where is the error? Level matrix board. Okay, sorry. Yes, perfect. Now the current board state is correctly updated because, as you can see now, there is a -1 inside my current board state. So when this current board state is feeding inside the guess, my guess output that I should put the next tick on this spot, that is this one. But this is totally random. Also, as I told you before, this AI is really dumb and doesn't know nothing about the game rule, so I have to explain time by time the game's rules, and for doing so I want to create a function that is called, let me think on a good name, explain rules I could call it, or explain rules. Okay, explain rules. Okay, it's fine. Yes, and here I want to put my current birth state. Oh my god, I'm forgetting this R. Okay, current birth state, and also I want the guess that my the output of my guess, to know how I have to correct. So this function will output the expected value following the rules. What I want to know is that this function should iterate all over the spots. So in range 9, in range 9, I want that current birth state. So if current birth state, okay, so current birth state in I is ABS. So what I'm doing here is that if the current birth state is not 0, so this means if it's not 0, so if there is something inside here, my expected, so my expected is this one. Oh yes, my expected. So my expected result in I is equal to 0, because so what this function is doing is that if the current birth state is not 0, so in this case is not 0, I want that this guess is 0 and not 0.85, that is really high number. but otherwise I want that this expected is not 0 but get value of I, because I want that all other spots where is 0, I want that the number is not touched, because I don't want alter the behavior of the AI using this function. With this function I want just to tell the AI when it is doing wrong, but matching only the rules of the game. So here I can return my expected. Perfect. So the expected, let me output the expected here. So var expected is equal to explain rules current board state, and here my guess. Let me print out what's wrong. Guess is not declared, of course. It's output. So let's print out my expected here. Print my expected, that is just an array. Expected column and F5. Now, putting a tick here, I can see that my current board is free everywhere except in the first spot where I have -1. So the guess is for a random reason 0.08, really short number, that is correct. And my expected is a 0 here, because I am expecting that the AI don't predict to put a mark here. And but in all other spots I won't leave untouched my guess. In fact, you can see that in the spot 0.82 it remains 0.82, as the last number 0.60 is 0.60 in the expected. Really easy. But how can I tell to the artificial intelligence that the guess of these inputs as this expected? Well, the answer is this. Learn is called the function learn, that, as you can see, as the inputs, that is current board state, now want the expected, and now want a learning rate. Now, from the test that I did, a good learning rate is 0.05. This means that my artificial intelligence must be correct of 5% of this error, the error between current board state and the expected. And the why I wanted the artificial intelligence must be correct only of the 5% is because I don't want that each explanation alter a lot my artificial intelligence. Imagine this. You are at school, or you are talking with someone that's telling you something, but when you take this meaning from someone, your learning rate is even lower than 0.05, because you don't trust what that guy is telling you. So your learning rate is never 0.05. And yes, so So this is the reason, but if you want to understand the mathematics behind this number, I really advise you to go to the coding train, or even better, 3 Blue 1 Brown channel that has really good video that explain what this number does. Okay, this function also output the error between the current board state, so between the guess and the expected. And what I can do here is to print out my error to also see the error of this function. Error, perfect. Okay, so 0.03, the error is really awesome, but to be honest, to be fair, I didn't expect it that this error is higher, because my guess is 0.18, but the error is a number that tell me is the sum of each element of the inputs and each element of the outputs. And since the expected is just different of one element and all other elements are exactly the same, I didn't expect it that the error is such high, but it's enough to correct my AI for the next iteration. Also, I want to highlight then the expected that the guess that I am here is completely random. So in the next iteration, this number could be high or lower. So the fact that I have a really lower number is not why I am explain the AI, because each run the AI is again random. So as you can see now, I have a really high number, 0.77, and yeah, it's random. Okay, let's move on. Now, one thing that I want that you notice is that if this is my turn, so I can put everyone. I can click here, and now is the turn of the AI, and I can't put again, because I am waiting the AI that answer, that give me the that put somewhere a tick, but it doesn't put a tick because it has not the possibility to do so. So one function that I want to put here is a function that take the that take my guess, take the output of this function, and tell me the best move to do regarding following the guess that this neural network. And for doing so is I'm creating this function that is called, let me think about, get move, or I can call it get spot that take my guess synaptic terminals. And what does this function is really simple. So it checks the higher number of this guess and output me the position of this guess. And how to do it is really simple. So I can create the function, the variable spot, that is called so not this called, it has as variable 0, but it can be a variable number, it's not so important. And this is, stay aware that this is an int. And also I want an high value variable of type float that also has 0 0. And this is really important that is 0, because in the next line I have a for loop of I in range 9, okay, and I want that my guess gets value in I if this guess so if h value is less than my guess or better, no, correct. So if my h value, so if my I value is less than my guess, so this guess, I want that h value is equal to the guess guess dot get value in I. Perfect. And now I want that my spot is equal to I. Exact. And when this for loop is finished, I want that the return is exactly the spot. Okay, here what I can do is to put this really cool thing here, so I am sure that the get spot return me the spot, an int. Okay, perfect. Now what I can do is to call this function get spot of output of my output, and here I have my spot ID. I can go in this way, and I can put also here the columns that I really like. And what I can do, so now I have the spot. And one thing before going further, I want to print so we can see what this function really is doing. Spot equal to the not equal but wow, spot ID. Perfect. Now let me, as you can see, this function, this guess, the higher number of this guess seems to be 0.88, and yeah, it's true. This is this one. So the neural network, this dumb yet dumb neural network, no, he's telling me that the best spot where to put the mark is this one. But now I have that this function put really the mark there, and I'm doing so using the function of level that is called AI. Put mark ID if I don't go wrong. Spot ID. But to be sure, I want to copy, paste, Control F. Okay, here we go. Perfect. So this function take the ID of the spot and put a mark and put a mark over there. Perfect. Let's see what is happening. So the AI now think that the best spot where to put the tick is here. Now is my turn. That is, I can put the tick here, and the AI again output another output. It tell me again the best spot to go for. So as you can see, the game is hung, so it works, but the AI doesn't output a really good number. Why? Let's see let's see what is happening here. So the first guess, my AI guessed that the spot 6, the spot 7 is the best spot. And also my expected is 0 here, because I have a tick -1 here, so I want that the next time the prediction when the current state here has something, is this one, and it predicts 7. So when I put the other tick here, my current state. Oh, sorry, this one is for the previous execution. Yes. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Let me do it again because something probably doesn't work. So I input. Why I have this thing here? Here I am expecting. Here, so here I am expecting. Why I have a 1 here? So now I don't have nothing. Click. Oh, okay, I know what is happening. Basically, I want that this function is executed only when. So if level is player, let me check this function. You will understand what is doing wrong, what is the problem. Is player 1 tour, or better, is AI tour? So if is AI tour, so if is not AI tour, return. So I don't want that the prediction is doing when is not the AI turn. Okay, perfect. Now, as you can see, I have -1 here, and the prediction of the AI is spot 5, and the expected, following the rules of the game, is that the guess in this spot should be 0. Now, I can do another, I can put a tick here, and what is happening is that the current board state is now -1 because I have an X here. 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, now I have a 1 because the AI put a tick here, so I have 1. Then I have -1 for this tick here, 0 0 for this spot and this spot. So the current board state is correct. My guess for this input is this one, and the expected following the rules of the game is 0 in the first spot, another 0 here, another 0 for this, and then the others, like I explained you before. So the neural network output me again the spot 5, because this neural network is dumb and doesn't understood yet that it should not output an high number when there is something in these spots. So you can see that the neural network is not able to put a tick because the rules of the game tell me that I can't put a tick on top of another tick, and as you know, I already put a tick on spot 5, and so I can't put another tick on the top of this tick. So what I will do is to create another function that take all this code and execute this code each time until the neural network understands that it can't put the tick there and give me another tick on and give me another spot that is correct for the rules of the game. But I will do it in the next video, because this video is a bit longer, and initially I expected to do everything everything in one video, but I don't want to create a video of 2 hours. So let's do in the next video. I want to tell you that in the next video I will create this function that give me a correct spot ID, and also each time explain the neural network that that spot is wrong. And also I will create another function that not only explain the rules of the game, but also will explain all the moves that the neural network have to do in order to beat the knowledge of the opponent. And you will see better later. I hope that for this video everything is recorded now, and you will and you like it, and yeah. So for this video it's all. Thank you. Bye bye.